Finding the best Garmin watch depends on your needs and your budget. Whatever your fitness goals are, we've found the best Garmin watches to help you reach them. Some of the devices on this list fall in the fitness tracker category, designed to count your steps, distance, and calories burned. Others are designed with hardcore athletes and outdoor enthusiasts in mind. If you're looking to use a Garmin watch to reach any sort of wellness goals, you've come to the right place. Garmin watches range in price from the $149 Garmin Forerunner 55 to the $1,099 Garmin Epix Pro Sapphire Solar Edition. And the features will vary too. It's worth understanding what you'll need from your Garmin before investing and whether you'll use some of the fancier features. If you're new to Garmin watches, they all track steps, sleep, and heart rate. And they're all water resistant, although some are specifically designed for swimming. Garmin watches also come with batteries that will last for days on a single charge, even when using GPS, so you can venture outdoors with confidence. To help you find the right model, we've listed the best Garmin watch in 2024 and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you, and as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. Number 6, Garmin Forerunner 265. The Garmin Forerunner 265 is Garmin's latest mid-level running watch, replacing the Forerunner 255. Check out our Forerunner 255 vs Forerunner 265 face-off here if you're struggling to decide between the two watches. The main changes Garmin made to the watch was the screen, which is now a wonderfully bright AMOLED touchscreen. The Forerunner 265 comes in two different sizes. The Forerunner 265 has a 1.3-inch display with a resolution of 416 x 416 pixels, and the Forerunner 265S has a 1.1-inch display with a resolution of 360 x 360 pixels. During testing, we were blown away by how bright this little watch was, even in direct sunlight. This is an excellent watch for most runners. It's got a lot of the training tools of the more expensive watches on the market, yet it's far more affordable than the likes of the Phoenix or the Forerunner 955-965. The bright touchscreen also makes it feel more like a smartwatch if you're planning on wearing your Garmin 24/7. Design. Like all of Garmin's touchscreen watches, the touchscreen is automatically disabled in sports modes, meaning you can still navigate around the watch using the buttons. 3 on the left and 2 on the right. Number 5, Garmin Forerunner 55. If you're starting to get into running, chances are you want a device that's a step up from a basic fitness tracker, but also won't overwhelm you with too many features. Among Garmin watches, the Forerunner 55 is a clear choice. It's a simple, easy-to-use running watch that'll help you keep an eye on your running stats, heart rate, and sleep from your wrist. The watch doesn't have some of the high-end training features you'll see in other watches on this list. There's no training readiness score, for example, and the watch doesn't let you listen to music or pay for groceries from your wrist, but don't let this put you off. Design. The Forerunner 55 looks like most of the other Forerunners in the Garmin collection. It doesn't have a touchscreen, so you'll need to navigate around the watch using the buttons, 3 on the left and 2 on the right. The watch only comes in one size and has a 1-inch MIP display with a resolution of 208 x 208 pixels. Even on the sunniest days, we could see the Forerunner 55's transflective MIP display without an issue battery life. A fully charged Forerunner 55 can last up to 2 weeks in smartwatch mode and 20 hours in GPS mode, a significant increase from its predecessor. Number 4, Garmin Forerunner 965. The Garmin Forerunner 965 is the upgraded version of the Forerunner 955. It's a top-tier running watch and possibly the best Forerunner we've ever tested. If you're trying to decide between the newer model and the older version, rate our Forerunner 955, these Forerunner 965 face off here. The Garmin Forerunner 965 has all of the high-tech training features of the Forerunner 955, but one big upgrade, an AMOLED touchscreen. Compared to the likes of the Fenix 7, this bright screen makes it easier to use full-color maps on the Forerunner 965. The watch is also equipped with multiband GPS, making it more accurate in areas with notoriously bad GPS reception. Design. The AMOLED screen has a resolution of 454 x 454 pixels. It's extremely bright and easy to see in all weather conditions. Like all of the Garmin watches with touchscreens, the screen is automatically disabled during activities, allowing you to start, stop, pause, and lap the watch using the buttons. There are 5 buttons in total, 3 on the left and 2 on the right. They are easy to use and press with sweaty fingers or wearing gloves. The watch only comes in one size. 47.2 millimeters / 1.4 inches. So if you have particularly small wrists, you might want to look at the Forerunner 265 instead. It comes in 3 different colors: yellow, black, and white, and the bands are interchangeable. Number 3, Garmin Venu 2 Plus. Garmin watches aren't just for serious athletes. The Venu 2 Plus is a stylish smartwatch on a par with the Apple Watch and Fitbit Versa 3. And it's rugged enough for bike rides, strength workouts, and playtime with the kids. It's also a step up from the Garmin VigoActive 4 with an AMOLED display and a stainless steel bezel. The Garmin Venu Plus 2 blends the fitness and health tracking features you'd expect from a Garmin device with smartwatch features such as mobile payments, notifications, a touchscreen, and storage for up to 650 songs. Unlike other Garmin watches on this list, the Venu 2 Plus also has voice assistant features and on-wrist calls. If you want your smartwatch to act as an extension of your smartphone, this is the Garmin for you. Design: like nearly all of the Garmins on this list, the watch has buttons as well as a touchscreen for easier navigation with sweaty fingers. 2 of the buttons act as assigned apps or shortcuts. I set mine to the workout menu and my music player, while the lower one is a back button. All 3 buttons open different controls with a long press, like a tool menu or settings. Number 2, Garmin Epix Pro. Until now, the Garmin Epix has been the company's high-end, high-spec adventure smartwatch. With a bright AMOLED display, a large 1.3-inch screen, and impressive battery life, it's been a popular choice since its release in January 2022. Now, Garmin has a new and improved version with the Epix Pro series. It's available in 3 different sizes: 42mm, 47mm, and 51mm. It also has Garmin's latest heart rate sensor, with twice as many LEDs as the Epix 2, spread over a wider area for more accurate data. All of the watches in the Epix Pro line also have a built-in flashlight. Design: the Epix Pro looks very similar to the Epix, with a beautiful AMOLED touchscreen that is wonderfully bright and easy to read, even in direct sunlight. Like all Garmin watches with touchscreens, the screen is automatically disabled in sports modes, meaning you can navigate around the watch with its 5 buttons, rather than accidentally pausing your run with sweaty fingers. Read more about the difference between the Epix and the Epix Pro here. Battery life: the main difference between the Fenix 7 and the Epix 2 is the battery life. In expedition mode, the Phoenix can last up to 40 days, 74 days with solar, whereas the Epix will wind down after just 14 days. Due to its AMOLED screen, the Epix Pro doesn't have solar charging. The standard 49mm Epix Pro lasts 16 days in smartwatch mode and 42 hours in GPS mode. Number 1, Garmin Lily. If you're looking for an activity tracker that doesn't look like an activity tracker, the Garmin Lily is for you. It's arguably Garmin's most fashionable smartwatch and has a number of useful tools for female users, including menstrual or pregnancy tracking, giving moms to be a better understanding of their day-to-day health. The Garmin Lily looks like actual jewelry and comes in 2 different models: Classic and Sport. The Classic costs $249.99 and features a dual-tone leather strap, whereas the Sport version has a soft silicone band that's easier to clean post-workout and costs $199.99. That said, if you're a serious runner or cyclist, you might find the lack of GPS on the watch frustrating. Design: where the Garmin Lily shines is in its display and its responsive, monochromatic touchscreen, which is easy to use even in direct sunlight. This would make a brilliant first-time smartwatch for the fashion-conscious shoppers out there, especially someone with a smaller wrist. It's also one of the best cheap smartwatches on the market. Battery life: Garmin rates the Lily smartwatch for 5 days of battery life, including overnight wear for sleep tracking. During testing, we found the display settings have the biggest impact on battery life. At max brightness, we lost more than 30% of juice in one day, but when we relied on auto brightness, the battery drain rate slowed.